Hello, everybody. I am Zeynep Beytaş. I am a 16-year-old student here as the moderator of our project Inspower, the Power of Inspiration. In this episode, we will be discussing why the Inspower project was launched, what we will do, and what it is about. But today, we're not only talking about teenagers, we're also talking with them. Please welcome Lina from Germany, Beste from Turkey, and Jacopo from Italy. Can we get to know you better?
So, hi everybody. My name is Jacopo Valsecchi. I'm from Italy, in the northern part of Italy, near Vicenza.
Hey everybody, I'm Lina. I just turned 17 in April and I'm still in school. I will finish school next year and I live in Essen in Germany.
And I'm a young student studying psychology and counseling, dynamic relational counseling in Trento and Vicenza.
Hi everyone, I'm Beste and I'm living in London. I'm from Istanbul, but I'm studying percussion music at Royal College of Music.
And what are your interests? You can go the same.
Well, I'm really interested in people and their emotions and their behaviors. I'm really interested in cooking and also hiking and camping. I really love that.
Besides of music, I think I'm interested in like animals because I have a dog as well, so I just love animals, like any kind of, and I love cooking as well. Yeah.
I would say my interests are reading books. I read genre, and also I like writing like little poems or random stories that I don't know, I create myself. And yeah, music also. I think everyone says music.
Great, thanks. Now that we got to know you guys a little better, we can move on with our interview. As I already said, it would be great if you guys could answer our questions in just 2 to 3 sentences, short answers. Jacopo, what bothers you and makes you afraid as a younger person?
I think the main things that makes me afraid is not knowing where I'm leading in my life, feeling alone, and that's mainly it. And what bothers me is, if I got the verb right, is mainly injustice, and I'd say that.
Thanks. Lena, do you agree with him? What would you say bothers you or makes you afraid the most?
I think I would agree with him on every aspect. I think what bothers me the most is inequality. Of course, things like discrimination, racism is still a huge problem. And what I worry about most is maybe think my future, my career, or that I make wrong decisions in life.
And Besta, you?
Yeah, I agree with both of them, just like feeling lonely and, about people. And also like, because my life is basically like just like surrounded by music and, people. So I'm kind of like scared of failure. So, because like I'm a musician. So if I know that I'm good at something and then the next thing I just can't do it, then I just, I feel like I can't do anything. So it's bad.
And Besta, what would you say does our society lack the most?
Like in general or like about music?
I would say in general, and also in terms of what we were talking about earlier, what you're afraid of. How could society help you? What do they lack?
I mean, as in like general, I think people should like, think about other people's like thoughts and like how they feel, as in like emotions. Because like everyone is just like trying to basically nowadays like bullying each other, they don't care about like your feelings and you just like, we should like help each other, I think, more often.
Jacopo, what do you think our society lacks the most?
Yeah, I would have said almost the same as was said best. I would have said like the thing that our society is lacking the most is empathy. We are really lacking empathy, and we are really becoming completely separate individuals from each other, which in a sense, in a part it's good, but if it's becoming too separate and we cannot even take a deep in each other's feelings and understand what each other are experiencing in order to understand them, then we are really getting too distant. We cannot be islands.
And Lena, what do you think about this?
I almost wanted to say the same thing. So I would say empathy and like caring for other feelings and maybe also boundaries. We respect the boundaries.
Great, thanks. What would you say are the biggest problems here in our society or in the younger generation that are not taken serious enough or not talked about enough?
I don't think, in my opinion, we are talking enough about emotions,
Mhm.
in my opinion, and how each individual can experience a different experience in a completely different way and have completely different emotion from another individual, but those emotions are still true to himself and they shape his reality. So in my opinion, that's one thing we are not discussing so much.
Beste, is there anything you would like to add on that?
I think for a young generation, I think it's like because like the technology is like, getting better like every day. So I think children, especially like everyone is just like using like, iPhones, like phones, just like mobiles. So I think it's not like good for the generation coming up because like they don't really know like what's happening in real life. So this should be like improved. I don't know how, to be honest, but yeah, it should be improved.
And Lena, as our youngest person here, what would you say is a problem that is not taken serious enough?
This kind of adds to the aspect Beste said. I think social media is a very huge problem in the youth because I can say from my experience, it's very hard to go on a detox to, I don't know, try not to be that much on social media because it also affects emotions and all these beauty standards, etc., affect also our mental health and add pressure to us.
Thank you for your answers. Now, my last question is, what are you afraid of not being able to do in the future and why?
What I'm afraid to not achieve in the future, right? Because I didn't got anything correct.
Exactly, what are you afraid of not being able to do in the future?
I'm afraid that I won't be able to help people as much as I want. That is one thing I'm afraid of.
Lena, what are you afraid of?
I think what I am afraid of is that I can't achieve my dreams, especially my career dreams, because there are so many things in the world happening. So I don't know what will happen next. Maybe it will affect me someday, or I will change my mind, So yeah, that afraid me the most.
Beste, how do you see this?
To be honest, same as Lena, because like in my career especially, like I know like how far I came, just like studying abroad, which is like really difficult by itself. And if I can't achieve like what I want in life, just like be a solo percussion player or like where I want to play, like where to perform. And this is kind of like scary for me.
Now we have heard the concerns of Beste, Lena, and Jacopo. But how do all these concerns relate to our Inspower project? What kind of project is it anyway? We have asked these questions to our coordinator, Tuba Tunçak from the Akademie, and our two partners from Italy and Turkey.
Inspower ist ein Erasmus-Plus-Projekt für Jugendliche und Menschen, die mit Jugendlichen zusammenarbeiten. In Italien ist S.I.D.E.S und in der Türkei Gürkey Perküsyon Atölyesi unsere Projektpartner. Bevor wir diese Projektidee entwickelt haben, haben wir die Sorgen und eine gewisse Hoffnungslosigkeit bei den Jugendlichen in diesen 3 Ländern beobachtet. Die internationalen Studien belegen das auch. Kriege, Klimakrise, Naturkatastrophen wie Erdbeben beunruhigen uns alle, aber vor allem die Jugendlichen. Dann haben wir uns die Frage gestellt, wie können wir junge Menschen dabei unterstützen, dass sie selber die Kraft finden und ihr eigenes Wirkungsfeld erweitern und ihre Zukunft in eigene Hand nehmen können. Deswegen heißt ja das Projekt Inspower, also eine Abkürzung von Inspiration, Power und Empowerment.
What we get to know from Tuba Tunçak is that Erasmus Plus is a project for the younger generations and those working with them, such as our two partners, Gürkey Perküsyon Atölyesi from Turkey and S.I.D.E.S from Italy. We developed the idea of Inspower after seeing a certain hopelessness and certain worries amongst the youngers, aiming to find out how to support the younger generation and help them discover their strengths, or in other words, inspire them. Therefore, we decided to call our podcast Inspower, as in inspiration and power. But what are the activities that serve this project goal? Handan Akarsu Scarabello from S.I.D.E.S in Italy answers this question.
Nel quadro di Inspower offriamo una formazione su coaching certificata dall'International Coaching Federation, destinata ai lavoratori giovanili. Questo programma è suddiviso in 2 moduli e permette ai partecipanti di apprendere come fornire un supporto efficace ai giovani. Oltre alla formazione, il progetto include incontri ad Istanbul con 15 giovani provenienti da 3 paesi differenti, la produzione di 2 webinar, 2 trasmissioni dal vivo e 2 podcast. In ogni paese le attività di disseminazione sono aperte a tutti i stakeholder che lavorano con i giovani, con l'obiettivo di ampliare l'impatto del progetto a un pubblico più vasto. Inoltre, stiamo preparando una guida dettagliata per i lavoratori giovanili su come supportare i giovani nel raggiungere i loro obiettivi futuri. Perché il coaching è uno strumento così efficace nel supportare i giovani? Perché permette agli individui di scoprire il loro potenziale e di sviluppare le competenze necessarie per raggiungere i loro obiettivi. Con Inspower speriamo di potenziare i lavoratori giovanili in questo senso, favorendo un cambiamento positivo nella vita dei giovani. Siamo entusiasti di vedere l'effetto moltiplicatore che questa formazione e questa attività avranno sui giovani, attraverso i lavoratori giovanili che abbiamo formato. Inspower si impegna a supportare i giovani nel fare un passo avanti verso i loro sogni e questo ci riempie di grande soddisfazione.
What Handan Akarsu Scarabello wants to tell us is that Inspower offers an ICF certified coaching training for youth workers. The program includes workshops in Istanbul, online workshops, live broadcasts, and podcasts aiming to equip youth workers to support younger people better. By broadening the project's impact through dissemination activities and creating a detailed guide, Inspower seeks to empower youth workers to help young people discover their potentials and achieve their goals. Amongst the other things, the Akademie is responsible for the production of this and a total of 4 podcast episodes.
Die erste Podcast-Episode ist auf Englisch, die nächste wird auf Türkisch, die dritte auf Italienisch produziert und die letzte auf Deutsch. Die Untertitel kann man auf unseren Social-Media-Kanälen auf Instagram und auf YouTube auf Englisch mitlesen. Wir haben aber mehrere Medienproduktionen, bei denen Jugendliche auf Augenhöhe mitmachen können. 2 Webinare und 2 Live-Sendungen bis Ende Oktober 2025.
In other words, the first episode is in English, whereas the next one will be in Turkish, the third in Italian, and the last one in German. And as you can see, the subtitles on YouTube and Instagram will all be available in English. Besides that, we also have several other media productions in which young people can participate, such as our online workshops, where we will meet successful adults from various industries. For example, our first online workshop, which will be held on the 1st of July, where we will discuss how can I plan my future, an engineer's perspective. And it is not only about the profession of engineering, but about the inspiration we can get from an IT engineer for our future. And if it's not too late, even you can apply for our online workshop. You can find more information about that down below in our description. Besides this, music is also part of the project. Our partner, Perküsyon Atölyesi in Istanbul, is responsible for that. In the following, you will hear a statement by the project manager, Şirin.
Yaşamın en temel unsurlarından biri olan müziğin insan ruhuna en yakın sanat dalı ve evrensel bir dil olması sebebiyle Inspower için çok önemli olduğunu düşünüyoruz. İstanbul projemiz Temmuz sonu Ağustos başı yapılacak. 3 ülkeden İtalya, Almanya ve Türkiye'den gençler bir araya gelecekler. Farklı alanda workshoplar düzenleyeceğiz. Müzik atölyeleri, medya atölyesi, koçluk atölyesi. Ayrıca gençler bir araya gelip kendilerine ilham veren, kendilerini kaygılandıran konularla ilgili hep birlikte beyin fırtınası yapıp kendi çözümlerini üreteceklerdir.
I can't really argue. The inspiring aspect of music is undeniable. As one of the participants who will be there in Istanbul, I am really looking forward to discussing and generating ideas on the concerns and solutions that were proposed by the younger people and me. We are now going to continue our interview with our guests, Jacopo, Lena, and Beste. Starting with you, Jacopo. What or who inspires you, and what role does your environment play in how you get inspired?
Well, I have some person that inspires me. One of them, the most important one I think was in my life until now, was my brother, which is a person that is really focused on improving himself and always trying to be a better version of himself, not just staying in one point, but always trying to find something new, also to experience as well. And he was the one who taught me the first steps to cook and which made me interested in cooking. And some members of my family and also my friends, a lot of friends, which really gave me some new views on life and made me think of life in a different way and made me want to also do different stuff.
And is there anything you would say that would inspire you but is not there, that you need but you don't have?
So if I lack some kind of inspiration,
Exactly, from society or from authority.
I think it's lacking some, like from the outside, since you're talking about authority and society, I think there is some lack of confidence in us, the younger generation, about making ourselves a future. For example, we are a bit untrustworthy. I think I feel like we are untrustworthy for some of the major people in the society, major part.
For me personally, for example, I think that there's a lack of inspiration in educational fields. I don't feel like getting supported enough in school or on the road to my career. So, Lena, I have a few questions for you. So, I heard that your father is from Palestine and Syria, and your mother is from Bosnia and Herzegovina with Croatian descent, and they both have experience as refugees. How would you say did that influence your life or the way you think? And does it make you stronger or does it make you worried?
I would definitely say that it makes me stronger, because when I think about how small, like how little resources they came with to Germany, or I don't know which dreams they had and they couldn't achieve, but they worked so hard, they really achieved something now, and they gave me the privilege to have a good life, and I don't have to worry about anything about education, money, and yeah, I'm very, very proud of them. So I would definitely say I am not worried at all.
Thank you. And now, Beste, you are a student in London, but you're from Turkey. How do you feel in Istanbul compared to how you feel in London as a foreign student?
Well, because it's my home country, like when I go to Turkey, so obviously like I feel like I'm at home. But it's been 6 years now that I'm living in London, so I mean this is kind of my home as well. But obviously like I prefer, living in Istanbul and like, with my family, my friends, my dog. So it feels different because I'm here like all by myself. I feel alone, and sometimes I need like, support to like while I'm studying from my parents or my friends. And it's difficult to get that from like online. So
And why did you choose England? Do you think there are more opportunities, or was it just because your heart told you to do so?
Well, yeah, I mean, I came here for high school, so I was like, what, 15, I think, 15 or 16. So, it was a difficult decision, to be honest, but there was one teacher, marimba teacher, that I really liked, and I really wanted to study with her. So that's why I came here. And then it's just like Royal College, like by itself, is like very well known for like a music school. So it was a kind of a child dream come true. So, and it was just like just like one language, English, so you don't have to learn anything new.
Cool, thanks. Jacopo, you already told us that you're studying psychology. What are your career dreams? Like, what do you plan on doing afterwards?
My career dream is like holding some courses about self-improvement and how to better deal with your emotions and yourself and developing your true self in order to live a better life. Because I think that even if we are living, also not even if, because since we are living in a world that's so filled with problems and stuff we are not going deep into right now. I think that, in my opinion, we should start from the people, the individuals that should live a better way in order to create a better world. That's my kind of view.
Thanks. Elena, you are still a student in high school. What are your career dreams?
I plan on going to university in maybe Münster or Cologne, I don't know. And I want to study like, I think if you translate it, it's like science for communication. And after that, I want to become a journalist.
Thank you. Now, this question is for all of you. What makes you happy when you think about the future or what you want to do in the future?
When I'm thinking about the future, in the past, I was scared or anxious. And lately, in the last couple of years, since I started studying and living by myself and stuff like that, which really helped me, I started to notice that as the years passes, I'm every year, just a bit maybe, but I'm always feeling better and I'm always finding new parts of myself and dealing with life in a different and better way. And so I have the hope to always live something better, always discover new aspects of life or of myself, and that it really inspires me because it makes me want to move forward.
And Beste, which thought makes you happy about the future?
Which thought did you say?
Exactly. What makes you happy when you think of the future or what you want to do in the future?
I think about, as I said before, like what I did in the past, and then where I am right now, like which situation I'm in. So I just like think about those, and then just like getting excited to what to do when I graduate from college, and how I want to like continue to my career, which is like just obviously play percussion, but as a solo percussionist, like playing like with orchestras, doing performances. So yeah, hopefully that.
And Lena, what about you?
I think what makes me happy is that I will make new experience and meet new people and take all of the pieces I will experience, which makes a new version of myself.
Thank you. Now, Jakob, I have a question for you. What would you change if you had the power to do so?
I think that in my life I'd change some aspects in how I see myself. For example, in judging, for example, what I do. I'd like to change that. And also a bit of self-love, maybe, because it's always helpful when you're trying to be a better version of yourself because you have to accept some parts of yourself which you don't like. In the world, I know, I think, like I said in the beginning, I think that I've changed the level of empathy in the world. I change how the people feel their emotion, their own emotions, and how they feel each other's emotion. That's a thing that I'd like to change if I could, of course.
And Lena, imagine you could do anything. You had endless possibilities. What would you do?
I think it's a tough question, but I think that I would travel to new countries to experience new cultures and also learn new languages because I'm very interested in, I don't know, participate in different cultures and see what is different, maybe what is the same as the culture I know.
I have a last question for Jacopo and Beste. What do you expect from the older generations?
One expectation, which I think that I might get disappointed by, is that they will leave like some kind of space for the younger generation to express themselves in what they're doing, because I think there will be still some kind of hierarchy in any case, that the youngsters' ideas will not be as accepted as I hope. But that is one of my hopes. I mean, like space inside the workplaces and institutions and stuff like that. I wanted to clarify.
And Beste, what about you?
I think I would say in general in life, I think they should be like more like expressive about like their feelings and what they want to do or not, and then maybe be like less like harsh on themselves, because maybe they might agree with me, because like when I do something wrong or like something, I just feel like really bad, and I just like just like talk really badly to myself. So I don't think like we should be doing that. And I think in music society, I would probably like change the behavior like of people in music society, because it's like, maybe you might know, it's like very competitive situation to live in, because like whenever you fail or do something, or you can't do your exam, you can't play something, and everyone just like gets happy because you can't do it, so they're better than you. So I would like to change that mindset.
And what do you think about the mindset of the older generations when it comes to music society? I often hear that older people tend to be more conservative and don't want modern influence in music. What do you think about that?
Yeah, because I know some people that, my old like teachers and stuff. So I know that they think like that sometimes, especially when it comes to, exams or concerts. Because that's how they've been, educated from their teachers. So that's how they live and think about it. So sometimes it works well, but sometimes it's just like, I call them like, it's a bit like, old school brained kind of.
Mhm.
And they're just like, they want you to like be like them as well, but it doesn't really work in this generation. So I don't think it's really useful. I don't know.
So would you like the older generations to be more open to newer ideas?
I think so. Yeah, they should like think about our generation and trying to settle in more for us, I think. Because like sometimes they can be so harsh on you and say like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, but it doesn't really work like that. But you can't really explain.
Thanks. Now, Lena, as a younger person, what would you do if you were a part of the older generation? What would you do for the youth?
I think I would offer them maybe guidance and advice, and maybe support to navigating education, life decisions, or career choices, of course, and maybe also amplify youth voices and advocate for policies that address their concerns, such as, I don't know, maybe mental health support or social justice.
Thank you for your answer. Now, before ending our interview with a piece of Beste, I would like you to complete the following sentence. I wish for the future.
Maybe I can say to be, as I said, like encouraged and open-minded.
I wish for the future to be more diverse. I wish for my future to be more colorful, encouraging.
Be more earthy and close to the emotions.
Lena?
I wish for the future to be filled with peace, harmony, equality, and hopes for everyone.
Thank you for the interview. I thank you all for your answers. I have a few last questions for you, Beste. How many awards have you won by now?
I think I won like 25 awards, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great deal. You must be a source of inspiration for many young musicians. When you meet other music enthusiasts who are younger than you, what do you say to them, or what do they ask you?
This happened before actually. They just ask about like, how did you go abroad like when you were 15? Like I would never, it's so scary. And is it difficult to, study in a place that speaks another language and people that you don't know? And I would say like because when I like got the offer from the schools, at that age, I talked to my parents and they were like, oh, like obviously we don't want you to go, but if you want to go, you should. And I would just say like, if you feel like you want to go and you want to, just like improve yourself and your life, you want to, see different places, just do it.
I thank you for your participation. I had a wonderful time today, and hopefully we'll see each other soon in Istanbul.
Yeah, hopefully.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you for listening. We hope to have inspired you. Until next time.